Okay, well, this was a bummer. This happened on the TV comedy Community, and you may have experienced this in your very own home. We are talking about a chair that breaks when someone is sitting on it.
It's always how it happens. Our interior design expert joins us with advice on what to look for when purchasing quality chairs, sofas, and end tables. Say hi to Elizabeth's mom, Susie Ries.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Oh, this is great.
Good to be here.
Now, people ask you this kind of stuff all the time. I mean, why are some things, why can you get a chair for $19.95 and you could also spend $19,995 on a chair?
It's so true because they look so similar.
Right.
I brought two chairs and we can just start looking at some of the differences.
Yeah, let's do it.
These are great little pull-up chairs. They have a ton of look.
Yeah, they look so cute.
Huge.
That's what's tricky too.
That is
tricky. The designs of the inexpensive ones versus the expensive ones are very nice, but what's inside tells a different story.
On Sunday paper, when you go through the ads or look on the internet, they all look great. They go, why in the world is a chair? Like you said, $79 or $1,000.
Right.
So I brought two that are about like that. Okay. Steve, you want to try them?
I'd love to. I love sitting in chairs.
Now, hopefully it won't happen like that commercial.
I know.
Or that little...
Is there a special way that we should be testing chairs?
Yes, wiggle a little bit. Just give it a good,
The chair is wiggling with you.
It is a little bit.
Okay.
But that's a good test thing. Also see how it supports you when you sit. Now give this one a try.
How about this one? All right.
See if you can feel a little bit of difference.
Which one do you think is the more expensive?
So this one to me feels sturdier. It feels like it's more of like one piece of construction.
Well, you picked it exactly right.
Is that right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Steve.
Yay, Steve.
Okay, so what's the difference here, Mom? And then where would you want to use one or the other? Because I know you like both of these chairs.
I do. And you know, I have 3 daughters with about 8 apartments.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a certain reason why some of them work great. But if you're going to have a nice little pull-up chair in your family room, this could also be in a dining room or a little bistro table. This is one thing that you can look for. I'm just going to turn to this side a little bit, but you'll notice right here the leg comes up and you can't see it under here, but you can always feel it. The wood is going all the way up. It's an integral part of the chair.
And so that means you're going to get more stability, more support.
Well, that is not going to break unless you drop it off a truck. I mean, it is going to hold.
Whereas these legs would be screwed into the base.
Exactly.
That's it.
Now, if you're just going to have, this is where we were talking about dining rooms. People used to put all their money into the dining room. All the expensive, and believe me, I'm all for it. Yeah. But, you know, if you have to pick or choose, you can do a less expensive, a ton of look for some dining room chairs. Just before each Thanksgiving and Christmas is the only time you use them. Just make a little, when you put the placemat down, you're setting the table, just go and tighten all those legs a little bit. They might just loosen while they're sitting there all year.
And so that's the idea, though. Things that you're going to use only a couple of times a year, that's where you want to maybe go a little bit less expensive.
Yes.
Put your money where you're going to use it a lot.
Exactly. And there's great looks for both. And there didn't used to be. Cheap furniture, you could just tell right away.
Yeah.
That just was. But there's great fabrics on them. Both of these are really good durable fabrics.
Yeah.
Really durable.
Okay, let's talk sofas. Because sofas is a big one. This is probably, I would think, if you're going to invest in one piece of furniture, a lot of people think about the sofa because they use it all the time.
Exactly. So I brought pictures of 2 sofas. And this would be like what you would look like in an ad.
Yeah.
So if you could look at those, you're flipping through the Sunday paper and you go, okay, well, one is $700 and one is $3,000.
Okay.
Can you tell from the picture?
I want to say, can I guess?
Guess.
I want to guess that the one on the right is more expensive. No. Okay, great.
No.
Well, that was a coin flip.
See, you can't tell by the way they look.
That's the point, though.
Yeah.
You can't tell. So it's really important if you can go, especially a sofa, and if you want something for your family room. Now, that one would look great for a living room. You just walk by.
Right.
Yep.
Or a little sitting room.
But if you're going to be sitting on it, lounging on it every day, what do you need to look for?
You need to look for some things right here. So I just brought some cushioning. That's number 1. If you're going to sit in this every day, one of the very best cushionings, if you look right here, you're going to see springs in the middle of the cushion. That's called a spring down cushion. So this is a really good density foam wrapped around. And then you've got a down ticking on the top of that, which gives it a nice crown.
So is that something you can ask for? Does this have spring down cushions?
Yes, ask for it when you go to the store.
You'll sound like you know
Spring
what
down
you're talking
Exactly,
about.
because let me show you one that does not have that. If you unzip the back of a cushion, pull it off at the store, wherever, and if you just see this, have you ever seen a sofa where someone sat in a long time and the seams right here are sliding down around?
Yes.
That's not, the
Audience is
crown is
nodding.
not keeping it there.
Okay.
Exactly. So you probably look back there and you're just going to see foam. So that's going to break down really quickly.
I tell you what, we made a big mistake with 2 couches where they looked great, just like those chairs that we're looking at, looked great, and then they wore well for about the first month. You couldn't really tell. And then, boy, did they break down, and they break down very quickly. So we finally spent money on a couch, and I wasn't excited about it, but we love the couch, and you can feel the quality.
You can, and it's worth recovering. It is, and recovering isn't inexpensive, but it's worth it. Get a good durable fabric, a good blend, cotton, polyester. There's amazing indoor-outdoor fabrics that are unbelievable. They look just like linen. You can't even tell.
Okay, I want to make sure that we can get to the, tables, right? Because this is a big thing, and I think your advice on this is really important.
Well, if you need working parts at all, you need to have these things in your drawers. How many times have you gotten a chest or a nightstand, and you have got to use those drawers a lot?
Yeah.
Well, the handles are going to pull off, the front of the drawer is going to pull off,
and sink down.
You can hardly get it out.
We've experienced all of them. Yes.
Drives you crazy. So look for
solution?
these things. Even if you are trying to go to Goodwill or you're wondering what's a good piece of furniture. This is a drawer from a nice piece of furniture. So if we would just turn it to the side, I'm going to show you what to look for. Attaching the front to the sides is called dovetail. And you can see it really, you can see it right there, where the difference, where that is specially made for this drawer to help. If it's just stapled in there, it's not going to take long.
So that's better quality.
That's better quality.
Okay.
Now let's flip it over. This is a wood drawer glide underneath. And the part it attaches to in your chest or nightstand should be wood also,
wood on
because
wood.
they expand and contract together. Think of humidity in the summer here when the windows are open. They'll do it together. And one last thing that's really a bonus is your corner blocks right down here. There's no way the front of that drawer is going to come off.
Boy, that's pretty good advice if you're going garage sailing. Look for those little things and see if
you know
it's
you're
a really
getting a good piece
deal.
of furniture, and it may look the same as another one. And then if you can't afford a nice piece and you don't need the drawers, get a great little Lotta style end table.
And just use that without the
drawers. We always get ones with the drawers. We never put anything useful in the drawer. Good idea.
Get this. This little thing was $3.99. I have sold this so many times where I've had a marble top cut for it. I've had it high gloss spray painted. I've left it like this. We've done it shiny black. And try to tip that. I mean, just if you're going to, it's solid.
Solid. Good ideas, Mom. Thank you so much.
It's a great
Did it again.
Thank you.
She goes. Okay, so we want to thank my mom, Susie Ries, for keeping our set fresh. She stops by and does all sorts of little tweaks, and then I get text messages if the pillows aren't perfectly right. Make sure you contact her to get ideas for decorating your home, too. You can find out more about her business, Susie Ries Interiors, on TwinCitiesLive.com. She is my favorite interior designer. I may be a titch biased,
a smidge, but I'd agree. Good work, Susie. Coming up, weekend happenings, including a plan